My name is Devlin Busuru, a project manager at AHK Eastern Africa, generally known as German Chamber of Commerce for Eastern Africa. Part of the lead organization in organizing this conference on circular economy. The aim of this conference is to promote German technology and solution in the East African market. So we started this round of this delegation trip on circular economy in Kenya. We did a site visit at one of leading recycler, Ramani recyclers, then did a one-day conference engraved with B2B meetings. Then we are here in Uganda, Kampala. We're doing the same thing. So today we started with a conference, and then we are doing B2B meetings. Then tomorrow we'll head for a site visit at Coca-Cola recycling plant just to see how Coca-Cola are doing recycling of PET waste. So this conference has been enabled in partnership with the African Varine and on behalf of the Federal Ministry of Economic Affairs and Climate Change of Germany. So it's part of market entry program just to ensure that it promotes small-scale businesses, solution their growth in the East African market. This is also being done globally, so it's not specifically Eastern African market. So we are aiming at seeing that German technology is being adapted, partnership between German companies and local companies. For this particular conference, we've had the privilege of 6 visiting companies, one of them being Faul, Achilles, Bioconvision, Siemens, also promoting a solution that is software solution that promote and propel machinery that are used in sector. So I think the big thing for local partners is to try and adapt solutions that are being tested elsewhere. In this case, we have solutions that are working in Germany, and I think it would be very brilliant and noble of us here, both in East Africa, both Kenya and here in Uganda, to replicate instead of reinventing. So these solutions are waterproof. We've seen from the German participating companies what this kind of solution have been able to do in Germany. So my appeal is that both the government to have a conducive business environment that promotes such kind of investment and partnership with the locals, and for the government, particularly here in Uganda, just come up with incentives that will upscale the mushrooming players within the circular economy to be able to partner with some of these foreign companies and be able to achieve circularity in Uganda.
A very valuable program that the German Federal Ministry for Economic Affairs and Climate Action is supporting is having sectoral business delegations and conferences around the world. And of course for us here in Eastern Africa, we are very happy that in the last years we have a lot of projects going into the region. There's a bigger focus on Africa and especially Eastern Africa. Of course there's still a long way to go to catch up China or US as German trading partners, but we are starting the race on that one. My name is Marin Diale, as Devlin said, and I'm in charge of the delegation or the Chamber of Commerce for Eastern Africa. We are based in Nairobi, but we are active in Uganda, Rwanda, Tanzania and Ethiopia as well, and very happy that within the last half year it's already the second delegation we have here in Uganda, and I know that there will be another one in the course of the year. So we have you on our agenda. And of course, I forgot protocol, so Honorary Beatrice Anywar, State Secretary of Environment, Honorary Ambassador Matthias Schauer, all dignities, all protocol observed, welcome to our conference. Thank you very much for taking the time for being us.
The German association in Germany that has German companies that do business in Africa or are interested in doing business in Africa, and representing the Eastern African region. We always tell the German companies, you know, it's always the best to visit these countries if you want to do business on the ground. You know, you always create the best relationships via one-to-one, looking into your eyes, expressions, feel how the country is, feel how the situation is on the ground. Do you have a solution for that particular sector or not? You know, this is a fact-finding mission. We've been coming to Uganda several times. It's my favorite country, by the way. I'm half Kenyan, but I'm always happy to be in Uganda. And even today morning, I was telling the delegation, you know, people always rush to Kenya to do business. Why? Uganda is really good. You know, when you have the right partners on the ground, Uganda, you can do so much. We always encourage people to come. So we give this opportunity for today. I hope you will have fruitful meetings. And you're also welcome to come to Germany to have more meetings. So keep going, have fruitful meetings, and that's the way forward to create industries. That is also what German companies offer, the solutions for industries. And then you ask yourself, why are no German companies in countries like Uganda? Not so many. Yeah, because you know, we need also industries. That's where the solutions are also offered. So go ahead, have a good time, and have good meetings. All the best.
The nation of this is that we provide German small and medium-sized companies with advice on what support programs are available in the foreign trade promotion, but also in the development cooperation sector. What we also do is that we accompany German companies from their business idea up until market entry in African markets. So I'm very happy that we have all these delegates with us today and that they had a good time already in Nairobi and now also in Kampala. I wish you all a very insightful conference, very successful dialogues, and hopefully future cooperations. Thank you very much.
This circular economy roadmap seeks to promote job creation while protecting the country's natural capital and combating the effects of the climate change. Once developed and implemented, the circular economy agenda in Uganda will hopefully create 4 million green jobs in high potential sectors such as transport, energy and agriculture. Altogether, around 7 million young people in Uganda stand to benefit through the creation of greener jobs. This sounds good, and it is good, but no government can make this change simply happen. It is only going to work if the private sector is heavily involved. And that will only happen if there's money to be made. So, to start with, we have to take a closer look at the economic value of waste. In Germany, we've been recycling waste for several decades, and it took some time for this concept to really start moving on the ground. In the meantime, the industry has grown, and organic waste producing energy, fertilizer, we have paper plants using used paper, we have aluminum and tin cans being recycled using only a fraction of the energy that was necessary to produce the original product. We have glass that is being reused and plastics for all kinds of purposes. This is where creativity comes in and where new ideas are warmly welcomed. In Africa, there is an abundance of creativity, let me tell you. And it just needs to be mobilized and channeled in the right directions. The ideas coming from both sides and the experience and technology from Germany, if you combine those two, you can go really far. In my impression, there are new ideas on what can be done with different kinds of waste every day, every week, every month. Now, where do German technology and solutions come in? I think the very first thing we need is a mindset change. That concerns our habits as consumers and also our view on waste, both as a burden and as a resource. Intensive investments must be made in comprehensive and targeted education and awareness-raising programs. We have people here today that are experts in this field. Our challenge now is to see how the mechanisms that work in Germany can be adapted to Uganda. Making Uganda greener calls for concerted efforts of different players to attract green climate funding and investment. Attract private investment, including upgrading of machines and technology being used, capacity building of people and institutions involved and mandated with the circularity, and enhancing coordination and collaboration among different stakeholders. Looking at Uganda, there is one advantage it has over Germany. Investments can be made from scratch in a circular market that is that still needs to be established. Landfills, waste collection points, recycling plants need to be built throughout the country, and the municipality waste collection trucks are unable to cover the whole city. Many areas remain unserved or underserviced, calling for investment. Offers and solutions from Germany stand for high quality and reliability, but they are usually not available at discount prices. So potential customers are likely to be larger Ugandan companies or international companies that have the financial means to acquire and to operate German solutions and technologies, and that recognize the business opportunities the circular economy offers. Let me close by wishing you very fruitful discussions and successful networking sessions. In my view, there is simply no alternative to the circular economy. And the sooner you get started, the further ahead of the crowd you're likely to be. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to take this opportunity to thank the German Federal Ministry of Economic Affairs and Climate Action, the delegation of German industry and commerce for East Africa, and all the partners for convening this very important meeting on circular economy. A circular economy system is based on the reuse and regeneration of materials for products, especially as a means of continuing production in a sustainable or environmentally friendly way. The notion of the circular economy has gained translation, with many companies looking to cooperate in a way which minimizes waste. The circular economy has emerged as a compelling solution to tackling global challenges, including climate change, biodiversity loss, waste, and pollution. It is a niche pin in achieving the SDG 12 and supports 11 other sustainable development goals, including DSG 13 on climate action. Hence, the circular economy promises to conservation of resources and preservation of our environment. Therefore, it presents the market opportunities for economic development, value, and job creation, as well as skill development to our communities. The transition to renewable energy is critical and can be tackled 55% of the emissions. But on its own alone, it's not going to be enough. 45% of the global greenhouse emissions come from the way we make and use products and food. We need a new model for how to produce and consume the things we need, including those bottles on your table. That means we need to redesign our economy by eliminating waste and pollution, circulating products and materials, and regenerating our nature. To build economic opportunities and resilience, reduce emissions, and meet the targets set out in the Paris Agreement. We need the circular economy to complete this picture, and we need it now. Currently, only 27% of the countries refer to the circular economy in their national determined contributions. For example, we have an estimated show that gross returns to the national economy from the biodiversity alone can be as high as US dollars 63.9 billion per year. It's huge. Uganda's natural wealth is a very big potential for addressing climate change impacts through designing and adopting circular economy principles and models in international, regional, national, and community programs, trade and business. For example, in the buildings and construction, by eliminating waste, sharing buildings more, and by reusing and recycling construction materials, we can reduce the emission from construction material by 38% by 2050. It's doable. This implies, therefore, that approximately 50% of the waste is uncollected, because in Kampala city alone, only half of the solid waste is collected. The city where we are. What about upcoming cities and municipalities? So the raw material, what to use, is both an opportunity and also a challenge. But now today we are talking that it is an opportunity, especially for our visitors who have traveled all the way from Germany. Such waste remains a prime environmental and climate concern in Uganda because it is a major cause of ungazetted waste dump sites in all 5 divisions of Kampala, and including upcountry. While moving to renewable energy can address 55% of the global greenhouse emission to achieve the UN climate goals, it is imperative to tackle the remaining 45%. According to Ugandan's national determined contribution, emissions are projected actually to increase. Of those greenhouse emissions, gas emissions from waste, there are about 33 of methane, which about 30.8 gigagrams are from solid waste, and the rest are from water. This means by any action in supporting circular economy have corresponding effect on us addressing our carbon management plans as enlisted in Uganda's updated nationally determined contribution. Ladies and gentlemen, waste management in Uganda is decentralized function vested in local governments, which oversees collection, transportation, and disposal. However, we have inadequacy in the stages of waste collection, disposal, and recycling, have compelled the majority of the cities and municipalities and town authorities to adopt on public-private partnership approach to waste management by crowding in informal waste collectors, private cycling, upcycling, and waste management companies. Kampala, as I said earlier, is one of those. The municipalities which presents the bigger potential of waste and recycling are those located within the Greater Kampala area, but not forgetting the upcoming cities. It is the catchment area of solid management master plan which is being implemented in Kampala, which targets to manage municipal waste generated in Greater Kampala metropolitan through efficient collection and transportation. E-waste is another big pressing challenge in the country, with the disposal of solar panels with an estimated lifespan of 20 to 25 years. World Bank's record shows us. Many panels end up in the rural households where users, and primarily in remote areas, lack accessible and responsible disposal options. In 2021 study by NEMA found that nearly 70% of the waste from solar panels in Uganda is improperly disposed of, often ending up in landfills or open environment. And this presents a toxic materials like lead and mercury. Therefore, management of e-waste is another area where our friends can partner with us. Uganda, like many other African countries, needs to actively engage in transition from primarily being consumers of technology to becoming primarily producers. Otherwise, there is looming risk of facing a substantial influx of waste. The strategic shift towards a circular economy not only addresses waste management challenges, but also opens avenue for job creation, skill development, and increased self-reliance in the renewable energy landscape. The investment condition and climate in Uganda is the most favorable. You will not believe it. The investors are given all they need to start. I know Robert will expand on this subsequently, but I just want to be on record that the condition of investment in Uganda, as articulated and directed by His Excellency the President of the Republic of Uganda, is the most favorable. The political will, the peace and stability guarantees your investment. Therefore, localized initiatives can address the challenges faced by rural households in managing e-waste and create alternative income streams within communities. Uganda can unlock a truly sustainable, renewable energy future, especially when we apply the circular economy. You would wonder, how can this happen? Businesses can embed the circular economy in their climate strategies and make smart decisions about how to design and sell products and services. That's the business community. And the government, where I serve diligently as the Minister for Environment, can set enabling policies and put the necessary infrastructure in place. These ones are already in place. Just try it out today and you'll find this. Investors can mobilize capital towards circular economy solutions. International institutions can put the circular economy on the global climate agenda, and so forth. Innovation. We are promoting scientists in this country. The president is very, very, very clear on this. So innovation and research can actually lead us to another level. Ladies and gentlemen, as I conclude, circular economy tackles climate change and reveals the need for fundamental shift in the global approach to cutting emissions. So Uganda welcomes partnership and businesses all over the world, but particularly from Germany, who have been our friends all along, and therefore we count on you partners to support and partner with us in this endeavor in order to be able to walk the talk on the circular economy debate. Once more, karibu sana Uganda, feel at home, the Pearl of Africa, and partner with us for God and my country.